Brilliant. Well, and as you said, it's the complexity and infrastructure and integration behind the scenes to provide that seamless experience for the end users. That's so important. So, um, and I suppose in terms of keeping you and the rest of the team grounded, having learning economy as the organization's name, yeah, that does keep you grounded to say this is our North Star. This is where we're headed to help build the foundations on that. You mentioned LearnCloud, so yeah, tell us more. What is that? What's behind that, and what is that enabling?
Yeah, this in some ways was, I guess, uh, always in motion, but only by way of, I think, partnerships and some of the way we saw certain standards and technologies converging. So it was only formalized recently, but we realized that it was sort of kind of always happening, even though we hadn't put like a name on it and really, you know. So what is it? LearnCloud really is a a partnership and a suite of tools that we just see as very complementary. So learning economy with LearnCard and that sort of SDK and digital wallet uh, continue to evolve that sort of open source stack, but that's a large piece we're bringing to the table. We've worked closely with the DXtera Institute for a number of years, and they've done amazing work in sort of just building connectors, means of plugging into more traditional data systems. So things like an SIS or an LMS or these sort of powerful but often old. This is just the reality of how, certainly in a sort of higher ed or post-secondary context, or just any large educational data system, like these things have evolved and become pretty complicated, but they all matter, and they have, there's large sets of data being used, and often personal data, so ton of privacy considerations. Anyway, Dexter has been working in that world and has a lot of aligned sort of I guess philosophies around making things accessible and really trying to build public goods. So they do a lot of really great integral sort of system to system data plumbing work. And then BrightHive is another organization, public benefit corp that we've worked with quite a bit for a number of years. And they do really amazing, powerful work when it comes to data visualization and analytics, and really, connecting data in a way that's both ethical, but also then actionable. What can you do when you start to connect data sets and systems? And so those the three of us as organizations kind of put the things we do well together. And that is loosely now under this broader banner of LearnCloud, which is our attempt to make new education and learning and employment record infrastructure easy to implement and deploy with whatever sort of suite of those tools is most important for a specific purpose or ecosystem. And also bringing in a number of just powerful data systems, data sets that already exist. So really building out a robust set of existing connections into data that's already out in the world. You guys are certainly squarely in this bucket, knowing well why that's important and how much you can gain out of using data at scale, but also respecting that data is connected to individuals.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's again, with more complexity, it is sort of simple infrastructure, but comes with a lot of history and a lot of expertise that has been developed across our three organizations for a long time.
Wonderful. Well, that list, it's an amazing list of interoperable systems that you've built up over the years. So that's fantastic. Just scrolling through that list of different platforms, data sources, etc., is very impressive. So and as that ecosystem grows, then ultimately the impact that we can make in terms of those LERs and securely transmitting that information between these platforms is incredible.
Yeah, I think we're also like collectively just pushing on the social side of why open data and like trying to break down walls and silos as opposed to erecting new sort of data silos. I think that's probably part of a shared vision, and sits sort of in the ethos bucket across LearnCloud, which is, I think we all want to put a little more pressure on, allowing data to move and be useful to individuals as opposed to, being locked and sort of only having value to maybe a single organization, often some corporate interest, whatever that might look like. So yeah, breaking down the barriers around data that ultimately we as individuals are creating. This is,
well, that's right.
But it is data is yeah.
Yeah, we should own it, right? So the owners need to be in control, have agency over their own data. So that was, and there is a huge tug of war, as you know very, very well. So yeah, kudos to you and your partners on what you're doing there.